I believe the two biggest moves that are going on right now in the whole anti-gun corner is a big proof that we got them against the ropes. We're winning here. I mean, we're really winning. I know a lot of people are like, oh no, the NFA isn't going to fall or anything like that. Man, look at the writing on the wall. Look at the direction these laws have been going, the wins we've been getting, and what it's looking like. The general consensus across America is overwhelmingly pro-gun. It's becoming a two-party issue thing. Because of the whole like Nazi ICE agents and the riots going on and all that, all those people that couldn't have a reason, couldn't figure out why they'd want a gun, now have a reason. And they're all starting to buy guns. It's kind of like marijuana. Before that was just a one-party issue. Now it's a two-party issue and we're seeing marijuana getting legalized. We are seeing the exact same thing going on with guns. And today we're going to be talking about two more proofs that that's exactly what's happening. But before we get into that, you don't want to be pumping your money into California. That's just a bad idea. There's nothing but communist socialists there. Not counting the civilians, I'm talking about the people in charge. And any dollar that goes into California ultimately winds up in the pockets of one of those commies. So if you want to track your family in the case of an emergency, but you don't want to pump your money into the commies' pockets, the best way to do that is the sponsor of this channel. That's Scotcher6app.com. Not only is your money not going to a communist, you're also not being tracked 24/7, unless of course you want to be. It's only for an emergency. You can create a rally point. Your family can come on there. Like Hurricane Katrina happens. That's a great example of when, hey, I need help. Boom. Now everybody knows where I'm at and they can find me. We can all come together in an emergency, or like a rock concert if people get separated. You can bring everyone together. And again, you're not pumping your money into California. But let's get on to the two proofs I have for you today. Number one, that's SB 3041. Hawaii is basically like, we're going to lose in the Supreme Court with our whole vampire law thing, right? Writing's on the wall. It's very obvious. So what they're trying to do is do a preemptive strike, so when they lose in the Supreme Court, now they have this to fall back on. So this is, they want businesses to choose whether or not they're pro-gun or anti-gun, because they're still convinced that this is a one-party issue and that, oh, now we can just pull our money away from pro-gun businesses, make them go bankrupt, and get rid of pro-gun people in Hawaii. That's the ultimate goal here. The problem is it's going to backfire because, like I said, because of everything that's going on, the political scene has shifted, and they're just too slow to catch up. And nobody wants to announce, unless it's different for me. I'm clearly in the gun sphere, right? Like, okay, I'm pro-gun. There's no hiding that. You guys come here because I'm pro-gun, and you want to hear what I have to say about pro-gun stuff. Let's take this out of, let's move it to a different thing so you can understand. Let's pretend I want to, man, I don't even want to say the issue because, again, it's out of my wheelhouse. It's not something I'm going to cover, but we're going to say it anyway, so please don't unsubscribe and rage quit. Let's say I wanted to cover the recent activities with ICE, right? If I covered that because it's not a pro-gun issue, it's a totally different issue, every single one of my audience members that sees that video is going to have to make a choice. Do they agree with me or do they don't? I'm rolling a 50-50 shot on every single person that sees that video that they might unsubscribe, depending on how I write that video. There's a lot of people that are pro-gun that have different opinions on that. Not everybody's going to have the same opinion. So I don't cover that particular topic because it's going to do nothing but cut my own wrists. I'm trying to grow as a channel. Why would I cover something that's going to obviously like take me down? Or like if I covered bathrooms and who uses them, right? Like, I'm not going to cover that on this particular channel. Yeah, I did cover the COVID stuff, and that blew up in my face, and that was a big learner. That's when I learned that not everybody that's pro-gun is ultimately against mass. So that's where I learned it from. And Hawaii is trying to force their businesses to do that. Now, here's where they messed up in this particular bill. It's too soon. They haven't lost at the Supreme Court yet. Now the Supreme Court's going to see what they're doing, and they're likely going to write in their opinion something that prevents them from being able to do this. But that's how desperate they're being. Like, that's ridiculous. They jumped the gun. And we're talking about like people that are heavily funded from like Everytown and George Soros and like that. Like, their whole think tank is so scared right now, they're making knee-jerk reactions that are ultimately cutting their own throats. Too soon. They should have waited for the opinion and then rolled this out. Now what's probably going to happen is this specifically is going to be addressed in the opinion, and we all know they're going to lose. Now they're also going to lose on this because their think tank is scared, they're trying to get something on the books, and this is what they wanted to do. And like I said, it's a stupid move because it's not overwhelmingly anti-gun. It's just not that way anymore. Pro-gun is now a two-party issue. The Second Amendment has now become a two-party issue, which is amazing for us. It sucks the way it went down. It really does. I'm not happy about the lockdowns. I'm not happy about the riots. I'm not happy about the news saying that ICE is some secret police that Donald Trump is using to go arrest little children out in the middle of the night and scaring a bunch of people. I am happy about the end result, though, because now everybody has a reason. Why do I want to own a gun? Now I have a reason. So now their whole pro-gun, or their whole anti-gun, oh, if a person comes into my house, I'll just blow my rape whistle and scratch their eyes out. Yeah, well, now they're like, well, that's not going to work against ICE. Maybe I do want a gun. Or that's not going to work about rioters coming and burning my town down. I'd like to have some sort of protection against my family. And never before have they entertained that question in their head. So that's pretty amazing. The next one, this is H.R. 7166. This is supposed to be a federal ammo restriction. What they're trying to do here is make it so you can only buy ammo face-to-face. And you have to go to an FFL, and if you buy bulk ammo, it gets reported. Now, this is a nowhere bill. This isn't going to go anywhere. But that's the point. They've run out of tools. They've run out of avenues that they're trying stupid stuff. They're just throwing shit at the wall to appease their base. They know it's not going to go anywhere. They already know this. The only chance they have, which I didn't see it brought up, but the only slim chance they have at this ever going anywhere is the fact that 922G restricts people from buying ammunition. It's not just a firearm restriction, it's also an ammunition restriction. They could bounce off of that and be like, well, because you're federally prohibited from owning ammunition, there's only 4 felons that were so I can't even say that because some states, they do reverse felonies. But generally speaking, once you're a felon, you're banned from ammo for life. So why not get a background check for ammunition? Because, you could just have it sent to your house and avoid the whole thing. So that's the only chance they have at that going through. Absolutely not going to happen. Totally ridiculous. Both these are completely ridiculous, and that's how bad we have them against the corner. They are just swinging wildly, snarling and snapping at everything, basically in their death rattle. I don't know how long it's going to actually take, but at some point, trust me on this, at some point, the Supreme Court is going to say, by name, AR-15s are a protected firearm. By name, an AR-15 is protected under the Second Amendment. Now, don't get me wrong, 4 or 5 justices could have a heart attack tonight, and 4 or 5 new justices could come in there that were specifically put in there because they're anti-gun, and that would change things. But right now, with the panel we have sitting, at some point, unless, again, a bunch of justices rotate out, they are going to say AR-15s are protected by name. And when that happens, well, the question is, what AR-15s? Long AR-15s, short AR-15s, purple AR-15s, pink AR-15s, black AR-15s, full auto AR-15s, semi-auto AR-15s? They're going to have to say, period. Which, boom, now we have the reversal of the 86 ban, possibly the NFA. So we'll have to see how it plays out. Again, though, here's 2 more proofs, 2 more, that's the writing on the wall. We can see which ridiculous direction they're going into. And we just had the suppressor tax go to 0. You're telling me that's not a huge win that shows which direction the general public is going in now? Yeah, that's pretty big. Anyways, appreciate you guys watching the videos. If you'd like to help support the channel directly, the best way to do it is shopping at Shopify.com. I'm permanently demonetized from YouTube. I will likely never get monetized again, and that's the big way I pay my bills. And if you don't want to shop there, but you still want to help support the channel, the next best way to do it is go down to the description, click on that Amazon affiliate link. Just by clicking on that link. Even if you don't buy what the link is for, just clicking on it and doing the Amazon shopping you were already going to do anyway. I know a kickback for it because you came there off my channel. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.